Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. It is always such a pleasure for me to come and do these live streams with you guys. I'm super excited because, as you know, I haven't been going live every day. I did that very consistently for a while, but I've had to reprioritize my time a little bit. And so I've been going live a lot less frequently as I kind of build things up behind the scenes. But just know that my live streams every day are coming back. They're going to be I can't wait to share with you guys what I've been working on behind the scenes. And a couple of my friends know what I've been doing, but just know that there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And I'm super excited to be doing daily live streams once that all launches, once that all kind of comes to fruition. But for now, as I mentioned, hey, Zari, how are you? Good morning. Yeah, is it morning? Yeah, it's 11 o'clock my time. Good morning. So yeah, I've had to report. And Vicky, hello. Good morning. So today I'm going to talk with all of you guys about a little bit about my business and my journey, what that's looked like, and then how I've been able to be booked solid, honestly, since July of 2016. And then I also have on my notebook some like core principles, I guess, some core values that I've always kept that I think that can be replicated in any business. But I believe that it's been the secret to me being so successful since July of last year. Hello, Jacqueline, how are you? So while people are hopping on, hello, good morning. I want to hear how your weekend was, what you guys did. For me, I actually went to the beach, and no shame, it was Friday at like 5 o'clock in the evening. I turned my computer off, and I have not turned it off or turned it on until this morning. I had a complete weekend off the grid. I took so many beach naps. It was ridiculous. I honestly needed to rest and rejuvenate because I have a lot that I'm going to get done this week, a lot that I'm going to do. I'm going to sell out this last spot that I've been advertising about, and really just start kind of pulling everything together so that when I launch, it's all ready. But I want to hear about your weekend. What did you do? Did you get a lot of work done? Did you visit family? Were you productive? Did you take a lot of naps like I did? And then as people are hopping on, which they are, we can talk a little bit more about my business and what that looked like. Because I think that having the backstory is important because you'll be able to kind of pull out all the principles and then how you can replicate that in your own business. So basically, by the way, I have like my passion tea. Hey, Melissa, good morning. So basically, I started working towards my business in February of 2016. That's when I hired my first business coach, and I decided that, come hell or high water, I was going to make this happen. I was going to be successful. I was going to own a business that let me do what I loved. And it's kind of crazy now because I'm always a forward-thinking person. So even like right now, I'm living a more successful life than I could have imagined back in February of 2016. So it's important that you know this is like over a year. We're coming up on like not quite almost 2 years, but we're kind of getting there. So February of 2016. Hey, Lisa, good morning. February, of 2016 is when I first made my initial investment in a business coach. And at the time, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I was really good at branding already, so I already was really good at that. But I was working at a corporate job. I was doing what I loved, but certainly not in the environment that I loved and not in the way that I loved. Like, I did not like the cubicle lifestyle at all. I just didn't have the freedom that I wanted. I wasn't doing projects that inspired me or lit me up, and I certainly wasn't making the kind of money that I wanted to be making. So February of 2016 is when I hired my first business coach, and I knew that I was going to make this happen. I knew that I was going to be successful. I knew that I was going to do it. I was going to figure it out. So I worked for about 2 months behind the scenes doing stuff with my business coach. And then maybe it was longer because I launched my website in May and I started promoting it. And then by July of 2016, I was booked like 2 months out in advance. And ever since then, I've been booked months in advance. And right now, I'm going to talk about this a little bit later. But right now, I'm almost booked until 2018. Like, I have one spot left until 2018. And so I've always been able to be booked with my ideal clients. Having clients has never, ever been an issue for me. I always have clients, and oftentimes it's the other way around. Like, people want specific spots or, time dates, and I'm booked solid. I don't have the time to give it to them. And so what I was thinking, I've been thinking about that a lot because I think that a lot of people in this industry, they're struggling to get clients, a consistent stream of clients, a consistent stream of income. And I was asking myself, I was like, okay, what did I do right that's allowed me to never struggle for clients, because that's a big thing. Like, I feel like most people in this industry are struggling to get clients and book themselves solid and have that income. And that's never been a problem for me, but I wanted to share it with you guys, what I do. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a couple principles that I learned. Hey, hello, good morning. Welcome, ladies. By the way, ladies, if you're watching this, feel free to share and, comment, interact with me. This is like I always say, I love it when it's a one-on-one conversation, when I get to talk to you, when I get to answer your questions. So please feel free to drop questions in the comment section, to share this video if you found it helpful. And really just feel free to participate. This is not me giving a lecture or a webinar. It's a way for us to interact and really for you to take what you need to learn so that you can grow your own business. Hey, Reese, how are you? It's good to hear from you. Okay, so basically, what have I done since 2016, and even beforehand, to be booked solid with dream clients? And how can you do it too? Well, there's a couple core principles, things that I've always held the line and have been determined to do. Hey, Nikki, hello. Good morning. Oh my gosh, so many good people today. So the first thing that I've always done, I've always had a commitment to delivering results. And what that means is I never take a client on unless I believe that I can give them the results that I promise. So if I mentioned that my clients have been able to double their income after working with me, that actually happened. That's actually a result that my clients have gotten. Or if I say my clients have raised their prices or finally, being seen as an expert, whatever I say, whatever results I speak to, those results have actually happened because I have a commitment to delivering results. And if I don't think I can help someone, or if I don't think someone's a good fit, I don't work with them. I become very detached. I don't get on a sales call and I'm super attached to the outcome. I only work with the clients that I believe that I can genuinely help. I'm going to turn my camera just a little bit so that the sun isn't completely roasting it's still roasting my shoulder. That's okay. So that's the first thing. Hey, Cindy, good morning. That's the first thing that I think that all of us can sit with in our businesses, is making sure that we are only taking on the clients that we can actually help, because that's a huge deal. Think about how it goes if you aren't able to help a client, right? If you take on someone and you can't actually help them and you can't give them the results that you promised, they're going to not recommend you, not, endorse you. They're going to walk away with a negative impression of you and your business. And I make sure that I only promise what I can deliver on. So if I tell someone I'm going to, hello, Shannon, how are you? Good morning. Oh my goodness, so many good ladies. So I think that the first reason why I've been able to book myself solid and have so much success in business is I don't make these grandiose promises that I can't deliver on. I make a firm commitment to delivering the results that I can deliver. And if I can't help someone, or if I feel like it's not a good fit, I listen to my gut instinct. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's so important. Hey, Amy, good morning. It's so important to listen to your gut instinct on things like that. If you are feeling these red flags, like you can't help a client or it's not the right fit, that's a client that you want to recommend to someone else, refer to someone else who might be a better fit. I have 100% commitment to delivering results, and I will never take on a client if I can't deliver those results. So Nikki says 100%. If I don't have complete certainty that the client will get the result that they want, then I don't work with them. And I think that that's so true. And I'm sure, Nikki, you can speak to that. Your clients probably recommend you. For me, a lot of my clients come through word of mouth recommendations because I have delivered such a high quality product for my clients that they've been able, they walk away very satisfied and they refer me to other people. So my word of mouth network is very large because I've only taken on the clients that I can help. Hey, Joey. Hey, Monique. Good morning, everyone. So the second thing that I do that I think is really important in all of us, so I'm going to speak to my particular business, but this can be taken away from all of you guys. And yeah, guys, Nikki just said that word of mouth marketing is one of the top referrers for her. It's the best way. And it really is, because word of mouth marketing really helps in trust, because it's almost like your clients are doing the sales for you, right? Because they're going out and they're spreading, the good news about you and your business, and they're speaking to how you help them. And so the sale has almost been made in a way because it's coming from a person that they trust. Joey says, good morning. Hello. By the way, guys, Joey's my cousin, and he's fantastic. Hey, Alyssa, how are you? Good morning. So the second thing that I personally do in my business all the time, and I recommend that you do it as well, is I spend 2 hours not every single day, but I spend a lot of time really improving my design process. So the clients of mine that worked when I was just getting started, way back in July 2016, and what they're receiving, what my current clients are receiving is drastically different. Hey, Sherry, good morning. It's a drastically different package. It's a drastically different process because I'm always improving my design process, whether that's systems, whether that's setups, whether it's the workbooks that I have my clients do, whether it's the way I deliver things. I'm constantly refining and improving my process, and that allows my business to grow. Because if your business isn't growing, if your process isn't evolving, if you aren't improving, you're actually growing, you're going backwards, you're remaining stagnant. So for me, I make it a very big priority to be constantly improving everything. So for today, for example, one of the things I'm going to have my assistant do is go to, I'm not sure if I've just like kind of figured out this is a good idea to do, so I'm going to have this done today. But there's this, there's this like workflow process called Asana. And basically what I'm going to have my assistant do is create a workflow for each one of my clients that are coming. Hey, Nikki, good morning. So for all of my incoming clients, they're going to have this workflow that's going to help them understand how my design process works, what it looks like, and what they can expect. So it's a little tweak, but it's going to allow my design process to flow even better than it already is. That's just an idea I had the other day, but it just goes to show that I think another reason why I've been able to so successfully stay booked for so long. I mean, I have not had to worry about getting clients for over a year, and I guess not quite a half, but for over a year. And I haven't had to go out and like work hard to sell or anything. If anything, how I sell is I happen to have a spot open up and I just announce that my spot opened up. And those things typically sell out in the next like 48 hours. Like, I mean, honestly, like I had a spot open up because a lady, she was scheduled for December, and I'm gonna talk about this later, but she was scheduled for December, but she needed to reschedule just due to some family things. She needed to reschedule for like the beginning of the year. So I had a spot open actually for the end of December, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. But that's the amount of sales I have to do. I do not have to go out and drill up sales or I don't even know what people do. But for me, and this is going to kind of get to the meat of what I'm sharing here. For me, I've always focused on building my brand. I've never worried about marketing. I've never worried about sales or Facebook ads or really anything. I've always concentrated on delivering a high quality product and really focusing on building my brand. Because what I found is if you build your brand, the clients will be attracted to you. They will come to you. Hey, LaShawn, good morning. The clients will come to you. And so when I love LaShawn. She was one of my clients actually. So when you concentrate on building your brand and focusing on that following and really just being authentically you and showing up that way, that's how I get all of my clients, is by showing up and being myself and concentrating on providing a great quality product and a commitment to delivering results. That's how I personally feel that I've been able to be booked for over a year now. It's because I don't know, I focus on doing what I love and concentrating on building my brand, and that's where the success comes from, in my experience and in my opinion. And I think that a lot of entrepreneurs, they do it the opposite way. They tell themselves, I'm going to build my brand when I have clients coming in, or I'm going to build my brand when there's more money coming in, or I don't have the money to invest in branding right now, or all of the excuses that are so easy to fall on our tongues. But I think that that's the wrong way. I've noticed that for me, I've always had a very strong brand, and I've always had clients. And the clients of mine who have had strong brands or have invested in brands, the client getting process becomes much easier because they don't have to work as hard to look professional. They don't have to work as hard to seem like an expert in their industry. I think that a lot of times entrepreneurs put the cart before the horse, and what they don't realize is that if they invested in branding first, the clients will come much more easily. So I think a lot of times entrepreneurs have it the wrong way. And so that's what I would recommend for you guys is ask yourself, are you putting the cart before the horse? Are you putting that backwards? Because I find that in my experience, if you invest in branding, if you work on building your own personal brand, the clients will naturally be attracted to you. So that's the third point that I was going to share with you guys. And then the fourth and final thing that I wanted to share with you guys before I talk about my last open spot is that I think that I always talk about this all the time in my live streams, but it always comes back to this, is that the two most important things that you can focus on as a business owner are building relationships and providing value. And I've always focused on that. I've never really been salesy. I've never really been spammy. I've always just focused on showing up, hey Leslie, hey Derica, good morning ladies. I've always focused on showing up and providing value and building relationships. And in my experience, that has been one of the most easily ways that has contributed to my success, is that by focusing on building relationships and providing value, people have come to know me and they've come to trust my brand. And honestly, it all comes down to that. It comes to building a brand that people can trust, that people love to follow, that that trust enough to invest to work with you. So honestly, to wrap this up, what I wanted to talk about with you guys is that there was like someone that was like behind my live stream and I was like so distracted. I'm sorry. There was like someone that was literally like right there. Okay. So basically getting back to this, in my experience, the clients of mine who have invested in branding, who have focused on building brands first, have booked clients so much more easily. They've been able to double their prices. They've been able to increase their income. Everything has become so much more aligned and easy for them because they're not out there trying to prove that they're an expert. They already look the part. They've done the mental mindset work. They've done the building the brand foundations. They have something solid that they're proud of. Because when you work with me during our 2-week process, at the end of those 2 weeks when we launch, you have a brand that you are incredibly proud of, that you put in time to work on. You invested money, you invested yourself, and you finally have a brand that's aligned. You finally know who you're wanting to work with. You finally know how you're going to make it happen. You finally feel empowered and ready to step into that next level of your business. And so that's when it becomes easy, is the momentum from that launch. This is kind of how it goes. For my clients who like work with me during that 2-week process, this is how it goes. We work together. We do a lot of mindset work. We do a lot of just really building that brand foundation stuff, the how and the why and all of that stuff that like you know that you need to work on, but you haven't set aside time to do that. So we do that. And then, hey, Becky. So we do that. And then at the end of those 2 weeks, we have a big launch. And I launch it to my audience and they launch it to theirs. And there's a lot of momentum that comes from a big launch. I think we all know that. We all instinctively know that there's a lot of momentum that comes from big launches. So once we have that big launch, there's a momentum that happens. And if the clients of mine that take advantage of that momentum and they keep going and they keep showing up and they keep pushing themselves, they're the ones that are booked solid with clients just like me. I have clients that are booked even farther in advance than I am. And I feel like I'm booked pretty far in advance, but they're clients of mine that they're killing the game even more than I am. And that's the goal, right? I want my clients to be living even better lives than I am, to be even more successful than I am, to be doing what they love in an even better degree than I am. That's the dream for me. And the fact that I get to help so many people do that on a daily basis, it honestly always blows my mind. It always blows my mind. And so what I'm trying to share with you guys today is that I think that a lot of people have the cart before the horse, and even like a lot of business coaches, they don't have it the right way. They'll they'll give you the strategies where they're like, post to these Facebook groups and do this, but like, you can't do all that until you have the brand, because your marketing becomes so much more efficient when you are pointing people back to the right place, when you're sending out the right message. It's putting the cart before the horse to be posting to Facebook groups or getting your Instagram branded. I have not done anything with my Instagram. The thing is, you can do all those things. You can make your opt-in. You can create your PDF. You can create your landing page. But I think that you aren't going to see the results that you really want to see until you invest in your brand. And I think that the proof for what I'm saying is that if you look at the top people in all the industries, right? In any industry, in our industry, in any industry, what do they have? They all have a very strong personal brand. They're not going out there and private messaging people trying to sell them things. They're just being themselves with a strong personal brand, and that's what attracts people to them. You think if Marie Forleo, Tony Robbins said that he was like launching one-on-one coaching, do you think he'd have to go out and post in Facebook groups? No, he wouldn't, because he spent time to build his personal brand. And so personally, I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs, I wanted to say something and I wanted to hop on this live stream because I feel like for me, I have happened to stumble into that success because I'm a brand strategist. This is what I happen to do for a living. It's what I happen to already know about. And so I happen to get lucky and to already know what I needed to do. So it came very naturally to me. But I wanted to give this message to the people that, didn't necessarily, major in brand strategy in college or, did this full time for a living. There's a lot of people who don't know the ins and outs of building a brand. And that's what I do best. I'm very good at brand strategy. I love doing it. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I honestly think that there's a reason why I've been booked solid, not having to worry about clients since July of 2016. And it's because I have a very strong personal brand. And I think that that's what you guys need too. So Jacqueline says, is it Jacqueline or Jacqueline? I want to make sure I'm saying that. It's probably Jacqueline. Jacqueline says, love, love, love this message. I'm so glad that you love that. I think that it's something that a lot of people really needed to hear, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But if you have been following me for a while, which I know a lot of you guys have, and you want to take more of that, oh, good, okay, I got it right. You want to learn more about how you can work with me. Basically, here's when we work together. So I work with my clients, and the end goal for working us together is for you to be into that next level in your business. So you have a strong brand foundation, you have a beautiful visual brand, you have the strategies, and you have all the coaching that goes into that. So what we do is we work together for 2 weeks, and at the end of those 2 weeks, you're launched, first of all, and you have a ton of momentum in your business. And that comes with, like, obviously there's like the details, like, you know, a website and logo and all of that, but the main thing that you need to know about working with me is that you have clarity on exactly what you need to be doing to step into that new level of success. And all of my clients, there's the big results, right? Like they have clarity and they love their brand and they're no longer embarrassed by their website. There's those general things. Hey, Laura, good morning. But then there's the very specific and detailed things, like they were able to raise their prices or even double their prices or double their income, or they got like launched on websites that they wanted to be launched in, or featured on websites, or they had the connections. Basically what I do for my clients is I help you step into that next level of success. And I do that by stopping all the stuff that you're doing, running around crazy, doing the blog posts, doing the thousands of Facebook posts, the thousands of Facebook messages. What I do is we pause all that and we start working on what really matters, what's really important, and that is your brand. And I always say that the proof that your brand is most important is that the people on the top have some of the best brands out there. And so the minute that you stop doing all the thousands of things that are stressing you out and not producing any results, and you start focusing on the one thing that matters, that is when you're going to see success in your business. And it's going to be success that's easy. I don't even have, my business is at the point now where the clients just send me messages. I don't even have to do any kind of sales. And I just get to do what I love 100% of the time. And this is the funniest thing, because I had such a good weekend. I was literally on the beach all weekend long. I was sad because it was today was Monday. I was like, Sunday night was kind of wrapping up and I was sad because tomorrow was Monday. And then I was like, wait, what the heck? I love what I do. I freaking love Mondays. Mondays are my favorite. I don't have to be sad. So it was this like where like I almost went in my old mindset where I hated Mondays. But then I remembered that I owned my own business and I do what I love every single freaking day. And so I wasn't sad anymore. I love doing what I do. I love Mondays. And that's what I want for you guys. I want you guys to have amazing weekends and then just as amazing weekdays, just as amazing Mondays. So if you are interested, my spots generally sell out in 48 hours just because I have so many people almost like kind of queued up trying to book it. So what I would recommend doing is, if you're watching this and you've been following me for a long time and you want that December spot, you want to launch your brand for the new year and start 2018 off the right way, send me a message and we'll set up a call and talk more about your business and what that looks like and all of that. So send me a message. I would recommend sending it sooner rather than later because I do expect this to go out really quickly just because it's my last spot. So normally they sell out, I don't know, like in 2 or 3 days, but I'm expecting this one to go sooner just because it's my last spot for 2017. And then I'm doing all kinds of, I'm raising my prices and I'm restructuring everything. So send me a message before someone else takes it. And Joey says, any recommendations for brand building? Anything by Seth Godin is really good. I'm trying to remember what I read in college, because honestly, that's when I learned a lot about this. Some of my college textbooks were one of the best when it comes to brand building. So I've been doing this for years. So Joey, I'll personally message you and let you know more information. But yeah, so send me that message. Don't hesitate. I'm going to share this. Hey, Noelle, how are you? I'm going to share this with a couple of my groups, and I will see you guys, and here's to a good Monday.